Students, we'll proceed with the chapter of magnetic effect of current, and today we will discuss about electric motor. Students, in our day-to-day life, we use a lot of electrical appliances in which the electrical energy is converted into mechanical energy. Some of them are electric fan, washing machine, mixer grinders, etc. Students, all these appliances are fitted with a device called electric motor, which converts the electrical energy to mechanical energy. So a motor is basically an electromechanical device that converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. Let's discuss the principle of electric motor. We have discussed in the previous videos that a current carrying conductor kept in a magnetic field experiences a force. Electric motor is based on the same principle. It actually consists of a rectangular coil which is kept in a strong magnetic field. When current passes through this coil, it experiences force and starts rotating. So it converts electrical energy to mechanical energy. The diagram shown here is a diagram of a typical motor. It is not the commercial motor which we use in our day-to-day life. Here you can see in the diagram, this electric motor consists of a rectangular coil. MNST is a rectangular coil which is kept in the strong magnetic field. The coil is placed in a strong magnetic field in such a way that the arm Mn and St are perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field. Magnetic field is directed from north pole towards the south pole of the magnet. So these arms are perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field. The two ends of this rectangular coil are connected to two metallic split rings. This C and D is your split ring. These split rings from the inner side are insulated and they are attached to a axle. So basically, when your coil rotates, your split ring also rotates and the axle also rotates. From outside, these two split rings are connected to two insulated carbon brushes which are connected to the two terminals of the battery. Let's see now what are the various functions of different components of this electric motor. The five major components we are going to talk about. The first one is your armature coil. The rectangular coil is your armature coil, which consists of a single loop of insulated copper wire in the form of a rectangle. The second main component of this electric motor is a strong field magnet. The rectangular armature coil is kept between the poles of a strong magnet so as this magnet provides a strong magnetic field. The third major component is your split ring. Students, split ring act as commutator. Commutator is actually a device which reverses the direction of current in the armature coil. So the split ring here in the electric motor act as commutator. It will be more clear when we will talk about the working of the electric motor. Next major component is your carbon brushes. There are two carbon brushes which are pressed against the commutator. These brushes are actually stationary. So these brushes maintain the contact between the split rings and the terminals of the battery. आपकी बैटरी, आपका एक्सटर्नल सर्किट और वो रोटेटिंग कॉइल के बीच में कांटेक्ट मेंटेन करते हैं. And the fifth major component is your battery, which supplies the current to the armature coil. Let's try to understand the working of a typical electric motor with the help of these diagrams. I have drawn here two figures. First, concentrate on figure A. In this figure, you can see a rectangular coil ABCD, which is connected to two split rings, which are thereby connected to brushes and which are connected to key and the battery. Now the current in the coil ABCD enters through the brush B1 and flows back to the battery through the brush B2. You can see the current flows to brush B1, then it passes to split ring, and then it flows in the coil from A, B, C, D, right? So in the arm AB, the direction of current is A to B. And in the arm CD, the direction of current is opposite, that is from C to D. Now, in this arm AB, the current and magnetic field are perpendicular, and we have studied when a current carrying conductor is kept perpendicular in a magnetic field, it experiences the maximum force. Right, students? So force will act on the arms AB and CD. We can find the direction of force with the help of Fleming's left hand rule. Recall the rule, students. As per the rule, stretch the forefinger, middle finger and the thumb of your left hand such that they are mutually perpendicular to each other. If the forefinger points in the direction of magnetic field, middle finger points in the direction of current, then your thumb will give you the direction of force. So applying Fleming's left hand rule to the arm AB, we will get the direction of force vertically downwards. Right, students? And in arm CD, the direction of force will be in upward direction. So this force acting on the coil will push the arm AB in downward direction and arm CD in upward direction. As a result, the coil will start rotating, and it will rotate in anti-clockwise direction. Now students, after half rotation, the arm AB will come in contact with brush B2 and arm CD will come in contact with brush B1. That means now the current in CD will be in the direction of C to D, whereas in BA the current will flow from B to A. Since the direction of current is reversed in the two arms of the coil, the direction of force will also reverse. Earlier in the part AB, force was acting in the downward direction. Now force will act in upward direction. Now in the arm CD, earlier force was acting in upward direction. Now the force will act in downward direction. So now the arm CD will move downward and arm AB will move upward. Again now the coil will rotate anti-clockwise direction. Therefore, the rotation will complete, and this will continue till we keep on passing current through the coil, and the coil will start rotating anti-clockwise direction, which will result in the rotation of your axle, and hence the electrical energy will be converted into mechanical energy. This is how an electric motor works. The commercial motor which we use in our motors actually uses an electromagnet in place of a permanent magnet. and it has a soft iron core on which the coil is wound. This soft iron core on which the coil is wound plus the coils is called the armature. That means this rectangular coil in a commercial motor is actually a soft iron core with a winding of copper wire. Right, students? So this is about construction and working of electric motor. Let's talk about the uses of motor. Electric motors are used in a lot of electrical appliances like electric cars, rolling mills, electric cranes, lifts, drilling machines, fan, hair dryers, blowers, tape recorders, refrigerators, washing machines, mixer grinders, etc. I hope you have understood the construction, working and principle of a typical electric motor.